As we eagerly await the return of our beloved Taehyung and Jungkook from the military in June, we can't help but think back to those unforgettable moments when their chemistry and connection manifested in a way that was unmatched. Over the years, Jungkook and Taehyung have shared countless moments filled with engagement, deep gazes, and smiles that spoke 1,000 words. But there are certain moments that are etched in the memories of fans, those where their interactions went beyond mere friendship and transported us into a world where only the two of them existed. One such moment occurred during a live broadcast where, without realizing it or caring about their surroundings, Jungkook and Taehyung seemed to be wrapped up in a bubble that only the two of them had a place in. It all started when Jungkook, with his serious yet affectionate tone, directed his words at BTS's army, pointing to the camera and saying with a special meaning, "Starting now." His eyes shone with determination, but no one expected Taehyung's immediate reaction with his trademark flirtatious and playful touch, deciding to repeat the exact same words to Jungkook. "Starting now," he said with a soft smile, as if he wanted to imitate what Jungkook had said, but with a deeper meaning. Jungkook, surprised and happy at the same time, turned his head towards him and stared at him before finishing his sentence with one word full of feeling: together. The atmosphere seemed to stop for a moment. Taehyung did not hesitate to respond to his partner and with the same intensity in his eyes, repeated the word together. The exchange of glances between the two was so intense that it seemed as if they were about to forget each other, as if at that moment only the two of them mattered and nothing else around them. The cameras didn't matter, there was only the unbreakable connection between Taehyung and Jungkook. It was then that Namjoon, who always paid attention to details, noticed the special aura that surrounded Taehyung and Jungkook and decided to intervene with a light smile, as if he wanted to bring them back to reality before the situation became clearer. However, the interruption did not go unnoticed by the other members. Deep down, Jin, Namjoon, and Hoseok watched them with sweet and involved expressions, as if they understood exactly what was happening and were witnesses to something much bigger than words could express. After that short but meaningful conversation, Taehyung couldn't help but smile nervously. As if suddenly realizing the situation, he held his hair and tidied it up shyly, while his smile didn't leave his face. It was as if, for a moment, he had forgotten that they were doing a live broadcast and that hundreds of thousands of people were watching his interaction with Jungkook. But how could I avoid it? When they were together, when their eyes met and their words intertwined with so much meaning, the rest of the world seemed to just disappear. Taehyung and Jungkook had always been synonymous with involvement and tenderness. Their gestures, their smiles, the way they looked at each other even in the most everyday moments, all seemed to indicate that there was a special bond between them that went beyond what was visible. This special moment is just one of many that they have been through together, but it feels special because in just a few words, in a few looks full of emotion, they show us once again that their relationship is unique and that, no matter how much time passes or how many kilometers separate them, they will always be together. Another unforgettable moment of Taehyung and Jungkook happened in several documentaries, especially in the episode where the two traveled together to an island. The show stars Taehyung and Jungkook, giving us moments full of complicity, laughter, and small gestures that reflect the closeness and special relationship they have. In this particular episode, Jungkook and Taehyung decide to go out and buy some food. Everything seems like a normal and simple activity, but every moment between them is always something magical, something that makes the BTS army can't help but analyze and admire it. Taehyung was the first to get out of the car, sure that Jungkook would follow him soon, as he always did. But to Taehyung's surprise, Jungkook decided to play with him a little, adding a touch of fun and humor to the situation. As Taehyung walked naturally, waiting to hear Jungkook's footsteps behind him, he suddenly realized that something was out of the ordinary. The younger had not yet gotten out of the car. Taehyung stopped, turned his head slightly, and found the man there, still sitting inside the vehicle, with a mischievous smile on his lips and his eyes sparkling with amusement. Taehyung stared at him, a mixture of surprise and fake anger that only made him look more adorable. His lips pursed in a reproachful gesture as he approached the car, but deep down, his gaze betrayed him, something deeper than mere annoyance reflected in his eyes, something only Jungkook could understand. Jungkook, meanwhile, did not take his eyes off Taehyung for a second. There was something in his expression that radiated tenderness, a special glow that grew more pronounced every time he was with him. It was as if he found true happiness just by watching him, as if he was fascinated by every little movement, every step he took. Jungkook had a habit of following Taehyung with his eyes wherever he went, as if it was the most natural thing in the world, as if his attention was directed only to him. When Taehyung reached the car and leaned forward a little to get a better look, Jungkook couldn't help but laugh lightly. He knew Taehyung was pretending to be upset, but really, his expression was one of affection. It was the kind of interaction that seemed straight out of a romance movie, where two people, without needing many words, managed to convey everything with a simple look. Finally, after a few seconds of playful tension, Jungkook decided to give in and got out of the car with his signature smile that made him look even more charming. Taehyung watched him out of the corner of his eye, and although he tried to maintain his angry demeanor, his expression immediately softened as soon as Jungkook was beside him. There was something about the way Jungkook looked at him, the way his eyes reflected admiration and tenderness at the same time, that made it impossible for Taehyung to stay serious for long. And this wasn't the first time, and it wouldn't be the last, that Jungkook had shown his habit of following Taehyung with his eyes, making sure that Taehyung was close, watching his every move with the kind of attention that only someone in love would have.